Welcome everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. And we're here making another video. This was a video I had to make actually because of what happened to me. Exactly. Basically this is a universal charger. It does lithium ion, nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium, all the way up to 6, no. I'm thinking of my other charger. Yeah, that's what it does. It charges them, and it's kind of a little bit different than some other chargers, is in the end it's got the USB. Stuff's falling over. Right here. That if you put 4 cells in it, you can actually use it as a power bank and that, but yeah, whatever. It's actually a smart, they call it actually a smart charger. Now here's the problem I had, is I set it up and I go, okay, well, I got one of these. Yeah, one of these fancy ones, right? These are alkaline rechargeable, right? Yeah, wank, 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 you know, wank, wank. Okay, alkaline rechargeable batteries at 1.5 volts. Yeah, no mercury, no cadmium. Okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I don't exactly know what they are. Maybe they are cadmium, and well, they can't be cadmium. It says no I don't know. I really don't know. Nickel, cheap like nickel metal hydride that is made to come out with the higher voltage, because they are, when I got them, I got 4 of these and every one of them was at 1.63 volts, which was I actually thought that was a little bit high. And now even the AAA ones, and I had 8 of them, they were all right around the same. So anyways, I set it up to, I wanted to cycle it and see, charge it, discharge, and the charger has, it's a fast charge discharge. So what it does is it charges it up first, discharges it all the way, and then charges it for the final time, and then stores it. And then there's a normal charge, which does that same thing. Actually, if you read it, it's like reading the same ones. There's almost no difference in the book. The book is under here. I could get it out, maybe. I don't want to upset that battery, because it's been on there for a lot of hours. Yeah, 7.42 hours, so almost 8 hours now. And probably by the end of the video, you'll see me knock into it and disrupt the... Yeah, I'll blow it. You'll blow it. So, I come down, I check it, because I go, I want to make sure that it senses that it is a lower volume cell, so it doesn't try to boost up the charge. So it charged it, it cut off like it should have, right at like 1.5, which is high for like a nickel cadmium, which is like, here's a Tenergy and a loop. All of them make them, you know. Here's the Tenergy has oh, come on, so you can see, oh, the glare's brutal. 1.2 volts, 2800 milliamp hours. I will be finding that out for sure. You know, just actually nickel metal hydride. I'm sorry, nickel metal hydride. This is. And that's what I think this is, somehow smashed together. It's from our favorite country there, the country that has all the big, it's the big population. You know that country. The one with the biggest population in the world. So anyways, I got it from there. They were saying like the AAAs were 2,000 milliamp hours. This was 2,800 milliamp hours, and just it doesn't add up, anyways. But so I made it. It charged, and it cut off like it should have. Discharged like it should have. I go, okay, it's fine. I'll walk away. It's a smart charger. I actually thought that it had thermal sensors down inside here, where if it felt, basically they put them. You don't see them here. But see how this is spring loaded? They'll put them underneath, and Jesus, underneath and attach to that, so it picks up through the heat transfer. It'll pick it up, and it'll cut it out if it gets too hot, as a way to protect the circuit. Well, it actually looked into it, it doesn't have that. So I came back down a little later with a weird smell, and the rear end of this thing blown right out. I mean, you can see right down in there. Yep, see? See what I mean? Here's the nipple end. And, well, whatever. It just, actually, all it did is it did get pretty darn hot, because this piece here, the piece on the spring, don't know if you can totally see it. No, my damn thumb's in the way. But right there, that piece, I'm telling you, I'm going to fluff that other one. It's guaranteed. It was just bent back to about 45 degrees. So, and it blew some black stuff around. That was about it, though. But I don't like that feeling. I mean, anyone that's a homeowner, I mean, that's the thing I worry about charging these things about the most, especially lithium ions. So I gotta think of something because if I'm doing 4 cells, what am I gonna do? Even if I had something that cut out, and they do sell them, you can hook it up. It's got like it's a whole bunch of wires, because you gotta have your mains come into it, your mains come out of it, so you can disconnect the mains, and then you have to have your cord for your thermal sensor, and there's only one. Well, you'd like to honestly have 4, so if one of the batteries went hot, it just shut the whole thing down. I'm pondering it, and I can't think of nothing, and finally a bolt from the blue hit me, and I thought of these things, which is basically it's a thermal fuse. Now, a thermal cutout is a little different, because a thermal cutout it'll set, which sets it, it's when it's normally connected, it'll pop when it gets too hot, which sets it off, turns it off. When it cools back down, it basically resets itself, and it's usually just a piece of bimetallic metal, just like in the light bulbs there. When they get hot, it arcs different, you know, that deal. Anyways, so I thought about using one of these. This just barely fits in there. You gotta really fight with your fingers and that to get it in there. So I actually ordered some of these guys, and they're just thermal fuses, really is what they are. They're one-time blow. Now, cutouts aren't listed as fuses, so that's how you know that it's not something that's going to reset, because like on eBay, Amazon, all them, sometimes they're they don't give you all the answers that you're looking for, right? You got to read through the whole thing, and sometimes they don't give you hardly any information, just the temperature and what's available for temperature. So anyways, I bought these. I don't know what the Fahrenheit is, I forget, but these are 130, I believe, Celsius. It's pretty hot. It's, I believe it's just over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. But I got a 10-pack of these, and is what I've been doing. In fact, I'll pop this one out, too, so I can show you. This one's done. But it's, I mean, if you just jar it just the littlest bit, it'll set the other one off. It'll reset it. So, yeah, that battery's got an issue with it. It's coming up with 400 milliamp hour. So, and I did it twice. 482, 371 in the second one. And that was the difference between the fast and the normal charge. So anyways, here's what I came up with is, basically it's the thermal fuse is down in here, because you're going to want that in between the connection. So it's right where the heat is dissipated, right? And then I just took the ends of these. So again, these don't work, the little square ones. They just don't seem to cut it. Why is that so bright? Jeez. But these guys work a little better. And this one's like a piece of phenolic. This is a piece of like fiberglass wash or something. You just want it so it won't conduct. Basically, it's what it is. I use the actual fuse itself. It sits in between. And run the wires. As you can see, this one, I drilled it so I could run the wires. This wire on this side goes right off the bat. I drilled that little hole, it goes through the back and then weaves up through and comes back down, and then just makes a spiral on the pair of pliers, needle nose like this, that have a cone tip and just wound it up so that way it fit inside itself like a spring, but it has no spring to it, and then just soldered it. It was close enough to put a solder bead, crunch it together, super glued it. And the final thing I'm going to do, like with this one, it just looks sloppy because that's how it's made, but it's actually the sensor is sitting, if you can see, right inside there. Just like that. Obviously with the wires heading this way. So like that, the wires go loop up through. They can't touch because that'll be your connection then. It'll be like having a connection even when this disconnects. Here, it's still going to read as it's good to go. It's still getting a connection. So basically it's just sitting in between the battery and your negative end is all it's doing. And if it doesn't have a connection, if it's too hot, it'll just drop the connection and it'll stop charging it, which is all I wanted to do, which will stop my house from maybe burning down someday. That's why I have them, again, the metal box here too, is to just help. Now this one, I gotta be honest with you, this one is it's a little overkill, or it's not overkill. This was for something else, but see, my other one, I got a little metal, that's a metal gold box that I glued it into just because they get so damn hot. And all I'm going to do now is I glued them then, like I glued this one down. And just so you have something to put your hands on, and then while you're setting it, because it makes it a little tough, I'm just going to put a little glue inside here, heat it up, heat shrink it up, and then they're good. And I'll have 4 or 5 of these things. And I got some more coming for different temperatures, so I can get a real precise temperature if I want. That's about it. I hope that helps someone, because I don't want anyone to have a fire, and that's why I had to make the videos, because I just worry, just want to get the word out there that can happen. And the whole reasoning is it's something to do with the second cycle, is because this is discharged. I guess it thinks that it's a lithium-ion cell or something, and it tries to then charge it the second time for some reason. Not the first time on the fast charge, only the second time. And I'm not sure if it does it on the normal charge or not. I'm not going to risk it. So it tries to, because it's higher than the cutoff 1.2, when it's testing it, it says, oh, I recognize that. That's a lithium-ion cell. So that's it. Hope you all had a great weekend. Have yourselves a great time. Giddy up, and I'll chat you later. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Bye. Goodbye.